Hi everyone, Robin here, and today you get to watch me do aquascaping. I'm fairly new to the beautiful world of aquascaping. I've never done anything like this before. I've got myself an empty tank, done my research, I got the basic equipment, so what are we waiting for? Let's do this! Now the first step will be to introduce our substrate, in this case, the aquasoil. But before that, well, this actually depends on your preference, but for this project, I'd like to add a background to my tank. The background helps to create an illusion of depth and also helps to emphasize the subject of our aquascape.
The background that I'll be using is a vinyl-based sticker that I'll be attaching at the back of the tank. After attaching, you'll notice that there will be some small air pockets of bubbles that will be forming. Don't worry, you can smooth these out using any card of sorts, as you can see me doing here. Then we can begin adding our substrate. I'll start by pouring the entire 4 kilos of aquasoil that I have into the tank. The aquasoil will form the foundation of both my hardscape and plant decorations. It will be the primary substrate in which I will be planting my plants and is filled with essential nutrients necessary for plant growth and proliferation. I have here some examples of Seiriu stones. I have chosen this type of stone to be the main component of our hardscape. For this particular project, I have chosen to do an Iwagumi style type of build. This style focuses primarily on bold rock formations, elegant simplicity, and emulates to create a more natural setting. I started by placing the 2 largest stones into one side with the tank, as it will be the main focus of our hardscape. I'll place a medium stone alongside them to supplement the larger stones, and after that, I'll distribute the smaller rocks accordingly. I tried to plan ahead and have this picture on my mind of how the tank would roughly look with the stones placed. I kind of played around it a couple of times before I was satisfied with the final placement of the stones. According to my research, it's best to place the majority of the aquasoil at the back of the tank, creating somewhat of a slope as it enhances the illusion of having a bigger space. It is also by design, since I plan to place the majority of my plants at the back of the tank behind the big rocks. I may not be strictly adhering to the principles of the Iwagumi style, since I only have a limited number of rocks, as I only have 2 large ones, a number of smaller ones, and 1 medium rock, so I use the Iwagumi style as more of an inspiration. Which is convenient for me as a beginner, since I only have a limited number of resources right now, and it is relatively easy to do. I got myself some fine sand, as it will complete the look of our substrate within the tank. I plan to put the sand ahead of the aquasoil, as it will serve as the foreground to our aquascape. I began pouring the sand, starting from the back, moving forwards, as I create a little path of sand for the fish to travel to. I poured carefully, as I don't want to spread the sand all over the aquasoil, as I would like to have a proper division between the parts that have only aquasoil and the parts that have only the sand. I went on to fill the whole vacant area with the sand. And this is the final look of my substrate, along with the final version of rock formations that I decided to put. I fixed the border between the sand and the aquasoil, and I also fixed the path of sand in between the 2 large rocks. And now let's liven up our tank with the addition of aquatic plants. I got myself a variety of aqua plants right here, and they are just mostly beginner-friendly plants that I would want to spread across my tank. In order for the planting process to be easier, I spray the aquasoil with a mist of water. And from there, I proceeded to add the plants. I had no particular layout in mind. The only format that I followed was to put the larger or the taller plants at the back and the shorter ones at the front. And now let me present to you my first ever aquascape.
Yeah.
I could have done better with the plants. I think I botched my carpet plant, but I'm really hoping that it'll spread throughout the aqua soil in a few months or so. But in the end, I like the result of my work. I find it pleasing to look at, and I think the background really has a profound effect on the whole look of the tank, which I like very much.
And that is it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed what I've done here. I find it a bit challenging when it came to the plants, but in the end, I kinda like the result. Thank you for watching RobinWorks. Like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!